So one of the things that you're going to want to be able to do is actually check your grades. So if I go to the grade section, notice I have a 1 here because it's telling me that I have 1 notification. That's basically this notification here. But you can see your exam scores, your quiz scores. So the quizzes, you won't be able to actually click on to see the questions, but you will be able to see your score. If I made a comment on your exam, usually you'll see that comment appear something like this. So over here, it's just an overall comment. And so that's just an example of what you might see on your exams. With your labs, they're a little different. You can actually go back and view what you submitted, and you can see my feedback on your lab. So if you go ahead and click on the lab name, notice how you had a score of 1 of 15. So if I click on the lab name, I can see the document I submitted, but over here it says view feedback. So click on the view feedback. Once you click on the view feedback, you can actually see what you submitted and then my comments. So notice here, there's a little bubble here. If I, just hover over that bubble, it'll actually lead me to the comment, or if I click on it, it'll lead me to that comment. So this one just tells me that I didn't answer the question. This one's telling me the same thing. And you can see, how many points you lost. So in this one, I didn't write how many points you lost, but I usually will. So in that case, that's where you lost your points. Another thing to look out is highlighting. So if I highlighted something, it usually means that you may have read the question incorrectly. For example, there's a difference between what type of muscle and what is the name of the muscle. 2 different things. So things to kind of think about. So if there is something that I noticed you missed, it may be something to do with reading the question. I'll highlight that portion of the question. The other thing to notice is sometimes, this one, I didn't necessarily tell you that you didn't answer the question. If you got the question incorrect, I may actually write down why it's incorrect, or I might tell you what it should have been. So in this case, it's just telling you, how many lobes does the left lung of a pig have? And it should be 3. So I wrote down the number 3. And then again, I told you how many points you lost. So that just gives you the idea of how to look at the feedback that I'm giving you. Go back to the grade section again. The way to get to that, click on the name of the assignment that you completed and then click feedback, and that'll get you to that location. Again, with exams, you can only see those if you're in the classroom during a certain period. If you are online, we usually want you to come to our office or schedule a Zoom meeting, and we can go through the questions that you missed with you, but your scores will always be there. You just won't be able to see the questions themselves. Labs, you'll always be able to see the feedback on that. Exams, again, you have to meet with us in order to see that feedback.